Can you put it in the chat?
What was it?
What it is?
Yeah,
what
can
was
do.
that?
Yeah, it's a pack of cards that has hypnotic language on it and a little explanation. I'm not sure whether they're still available now. They're by a company called Salad. I'll put the details there. There's another one here, which is a teaching influence cards one. Oh, you've got it on it. Oh, right, brilliant. Yeah. So
they're Jamie Smarts, aren't they? Salad is.
Salad is, yeah, and this is John Carey. I think he's Durham based, roughly, or Newcastle based NLP guy. I think I'll put them in the chat box now, just in case anyone's interested.
Yes, thank you. That would be interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, I've got some others, so I'll put them on the Havening site. They're upstairs. I'll have to find them out. But they come free, and you can sign up and practice with people as well, which is good.
That's great. So we could, even if you find them later on, we can get that in the forum on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just had a quick look on the Salad site, and I've just put into the chat box the.
Oh, you've done it.
Yeah. Because it seems like they've moved to having those cards on an app, as somebody said. So, I'm going to mute myself. I'm muting.
All these resources, and so thank you for sharing. Collectively, we all end up with more resources in the toolkit. I'd love to hear from people what you experimented with and how you found that experience. We've got a few minutes to just take some shares on this. So please, I mean, if you can, I'm going to put on gallery view, so if you can wave your hand, wave around a little so I can see. Oh yeah, John, speak up first. That would be great.
Yes, I was with Jessica, and I enjoyed the hypnotic experience when she spoke in her language, German. So just a proof that it doesn't matter what your language is, your intention is most important. I really, really preferred it. My preference, she oscillated between German and English, but her language, when she spoke that way, boom, that was it, done, finished, awesome.
Wow, there's elegant work right there. Fabulous. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, John. I think Sidonie, you were waving, I think. Are you muted there?
No, thank you. It was very nice. We were 4 persons in a room. Yes, very nice session.
That's great. So you found the whole experience a pleasant one, with the language flowing beautifully.
Yes.
Yeah, nice. Thank you. Give us a good old wave if you've got something to share. Oh, I'm noticing Elizabeth.
You have to unmute.
Yeah,
unmute.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I had a one-on-one session with Kirsten from Germany, and although she was a little nervous about the language difference, that she spoke English quite well, we didn't take enough time to do each other. I asked if she wanted to go first, and then she decided that I would go. I found it kind of difficult to start not being in contact with the person. So that was a challenge. And I obviously tried to implement the new hypnotic type of language, sort of speaking as if the event was in the past already. And I use a metaphor, sort of like having a rock in your shoe, something that constantly interferes with your life, that kind of thing. But I have to say it went quite well. I tried to get to know her a tiny bit, seeing if she was in isolation alone. She has a child, so we sort of got to know each other just a little bit enough that the Havening, I think, was really a wonderful experience. And what I thought was going to be difficult, and perhaps I doubted myself for a moment, I think it went quite well. So I'm very grateful.
Oh, great. That's wonderful. Yeah, what would happen if you just give yourself permission to get in there and relax into it. Wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you.
And you just keep waving if you, because I'm having to go across screens here. Oh yeah, further.
Hi there. Well, Chiggy from the UK and Vic from also, I think, UK were there. And I asked for Chiggy to, because she has hypnotherapy background, to do a role play with me where I was playing one of my most difficult, well, actually potential client. I've been studying with this person for 5 months and it's like nothing can help. And so I tried to play that role of reaching into all the language that he uses about not getting anywhere in his life. And Chiggy gave her messages to me. And it was very, very helpful. And maybe Chiggy would like to say something about what it was like for her. I found the process of sitting in that client's chair interesting, and the way she approached it with the language was very, very helpful.
Yeah, I could say something actually. And I really found it very effective when Chiggy said that to take the negative out of speech when she was talking about the amygdala. And I found that was very effective because then you could talk in a very positive manner. And with the havening as well, it looked like it was really working for you. It was very interesting watching Chiggy work.
Wonderful. Chiggy, you're getting praise here. Do you want to speak up a little about the session?
Thank you. Thank you, guys. That was, I find that I get very nervous in front of lots of people, so I'm definitely better on one-to-one. And I also, what I find difficult with all my sessions is trying to limit what I say. I'm so desperate to share what I've been learning over the last few years that I get very overexcited about it all. But thank you very much for those kind words, because that really means an awful lot to me. Thank you.
Well, it sounds like it's working. So your enthusiasm is matched with skill and elegance. So nice one. Okay, if anyone else would like to speak, just give me a wave. Keep waving though, because I've got to go across. Okay, Matt.
Yeah. For my part, I think when we are 4 persons in a breakout group, we need much more time.
Sure.
Because in this we have to minimize the sessions to seconds almost, to be able to first do the session and then sum it up and learn from it.
Yeah, sure.
So that's just a suggestion to make it a little longer or smaller breakout groups.
Absolutely. It was imperfect for sure. There was some with 2 and some with 3, and just maybe 1 or 2 groups that ended up with
4. Yeah.
Apologies for that, Matt. Yeah. Anyone else? Just give us a wave. Oh yes, so Joy.
Yes, I feel like I won the lottery. Anyway, we had 4 in our group, and let me tell you, Julie French is amazing because she immediately organized us and said, I think we should do a group havening, and that we each then took turns, and we had at least 4 or 5 turns where we each practiced the language. It was beautifully done. So in the future, if we have groups and chat groups, I would love to be in a group of 4 with Julie again. Jennifer was there and Robin, and it worked really well. Julie, do you want to say anything about that? She's there.
Just unmuting myself. Yeah, it was actually, I think we all wanted to stay in there for some time. We all got to do a lot of practice. I think we all learned from each other. And so, you know, I totally understand what you're saying, Matt, about it's not really enough time if you are doing, you know, wanting everybody to have a go if you don't do it the way that we suggested there. Yeah.
Well, I know there may be others who've got things to say. We're coming up to the hour, and I'm very respectful of people's time. So what we're going to do is I've got a notice to give, and then we'll wrap up the meeting. Olf has been kind enough to say he would be willing to stay and answer any further questions for a little while beyond the formal finish time on the hour. So if you have got burning questions or shares, please do stay a little longer. I really want to wrap up on time. I'd love to just thank Olf so much. As I say, one of my favorite people on the planet. I was so pleased he agreed to be here. I've certainly learned, and I've been seeing lots of positive comments. So thank you from the heart there, Olf, for being here and part of this evening. Thank you all for being here and contributing, asking questions, being curious, being open, and taking part also in the breakouts. I've got a note here that the next Worldwide Havening Practice Group is going to be 5 p.m. US Eastern Time, which is five hours behind the UK. So that would be 10 p.m. UK. On Friday, the 15th of May, Doug O'Brien is going to be hosting that one, and his guest is Ulf Sandström, and the topic is Havening applied to addiction and criminal lifestyle issues. Again, Ulf, a fabulous, talented, big-hearted guy. If you can get along to that one, that will be wonderful. And again, I know it will be recorded. So that's a notice. Watch this space if you like on the Facebook forum, because there will be an announcement, and there will be a link there as well. So it is the hour now. Thank you so much. What I'll say is we'll close the meeting now formally, but if you want to hang around, I'll just wait a couple of minutes till people sort of leave as is right for them, and then we'll see who we've got left and carry on the questions. Bye to all of those who need to go now. It's been wonderful having you on board.
Bye, Tony.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, Tony. Bye, Olf. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
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 Be safe. See you later, Tony.
See you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.
We'll just leave a minute for... It's the after training party. Wonderful. Thank you for that, Olf. I love it. Wonderful. Okay, so it seems to have settled out now. So it may be about sharing, or it may be about any questions you may have. So again, if you can wave in a wonderfully attention-grabbing kind of way, so that John, I'm seeing you're waving again there. Wonderful. John, to unmute. John, shall I unmute you?
Okay, unmute. Yes.
Good.
Oh no, I was just waving. You said to get attention. Sorry, I didn't have a question. Actually, you know what? I was typing something as well. I've seen this thing about rapid induction. I want to see how does it work and how do you do it? Yeah, that's just my question.
Well, rapid induction, it's mostly about framing. So about getting the client's expectation up, about creating a context and an atmosphere where the client believes a quick induction can happen. The actual ritual you'll be using, it can be a snap of the fingers, it can be just a very loud sleep. You can add in some rituals, but it's mostly about creating the atmosphere. Actually, at maybe 2 or 3 years ago in New York at the Havening conference, like I think it was close to midnight, a group of us gathered at one of the participants' rooms. It was maybe 10, 11 people, and we were just playing around a bit with it, just really trying out the really fast inductions. And as soon as you realize it's not about what you do, but about how you frame it, it becomes so incredibly easy. So yeah, so best we hopefully next year we all get together again at the conference. Let's have a rapid induction group again and just play around a little bit with it.
I would love to learn that. I've always been fascinated by that. Just didn't know where I could learn it in New York, but that would be good.
Thank you, John. Thank you all. Got another question here from Natalie is asking, how do you work, Olf, with food cravings with havening and hypnosis?
We usually do try to stay away from any aversion methods. So there's Paul McKenna, he's actually quite good at this, you know, just like having the client imagine how the food you're craving becomes very not so delicious anymore. And he asks people to visualize some barbershop hairs all over it and stuff like this. So this works for him. Now it worked for me. So personally, I try to go route of an empowerment approach. And first of all, ask the client to try to lower the craving by using some event havening within the session. Then I'll teach self-havening to the client so he or she can use it on her own for any acute cravings going on, but I also love to use transpirational havening for food craving. What's the feeling behind your craving? And just ask the client to tune into the craving he's experiencing. Make this really strong. Start off by chanting the word craving, and then let your unconscious mind find everything that's connected to it. So we will try to get to the bottom of it. Is it a feeling of loneliness? Is it a lack of self-confidence? And transformational havening works beautifully in that case.
Thank you, Olf. Hope that answered your question, Natalie, or at least gave you some starting points there. Wonderful. So I'm getting a nod, so that's great. And if you can wave, keep waving, because I've got to scan across screens. If you've got a question or something you want to share from your session. And I'm not seeing waving, so, yeah, we've got Florence.
Actually, I would have loved to see the videos. You didn't manage to show us all the way. I don't know how long they are, if it's possible, but I thought I risk nothing by asking for it.
Well, actually, you can find all of them in the Havening Resource Library, because it was all videos from the two conferences I've videotaped. So it was a session by Louise McKay, where she demonstrated a little bit of self-havening. I showed Bron and Tony and Paul McKenna, and it would have been Louise McKay and also Harry Pickens showing some creative ways of doing self-havening. And one more video that's not on the resource library. I can, let me see if I can pull this up really quick, because I've already closed it, but here it is. Just a second, screen share.
Ever flexible and resourceful. I'm loving this.
Okay, let me see this. Where is it? That's good too. Not sure if this is working. Let me see. It should be working now. It's working now. Not sure if the audio is also on. Tony, can you nod if you can hear the audio? It's very okay. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Let me just go. Yeah. Okay, so that was actually quite a fun session for me because it was one of my certification videos. And when I watch it right now, I realize so many things I'm doing differently by now. For example, in the video, I started applying Hypnotic touch starting from just right about here. We did find out if you start up a bit up further, maybe here in the shoulder area, and then go down, a lot of clients will report it feels much more powerful. And the session I just played, it was actually videoed outside with a friend and colleague and also hypnosis student of mine. He moved to Switzerland. He was back in Munich, said, okay, I've got this pathological emotion I'm experiencing right now, anger at my mom's boyfriend, and I just cannot release the anger and it's not useful and helpful. And I was like, okay, I've got this great new technique and I need some videos for certification, but we don't have a practice right now. So we went just outside, stood in front of an actual church and started off. And whilst we were getting this work, I just started to realize how bizarre this might be to any onlookers passing by, you know, like just two guys standing in front of a church, you know, like playing around in the face. So, well, I think I was more embarrassed about it. Dieter was absolutely amazed by it. Called me up a week later, said, well, this is like, I know this hypnosis and I've done so much of it and it helped me a lot, but this is real magic because this bad feeling, it's just completely gone. But still, when I like to do this, video myself and watch it again and again, and there's so many things I notice about my style and way of working that I can change and optimize. I think it's a good resource to have to just video yourself every once in a while and use this as a sort of feedback mechanism. And all the other videos are on the resource library.
Thank you, Olf. And Chigi.
I was just going to say that I don't know if anybody knows of Freddie Jacquin's work. If you're a hypnotist, he's the first book I bought when I did my hypnosis training, and he's got a fabulous YouTube channel. At the moment, there is just so much stuff on there. Interviews with amazing hypnotists. There's a really good weight loss one by a lady called Laurie Hammond.
Yeah.
What's she called? Laurie.
No, you're right. Laurie Hammond. She's great. Yeah.
Laurie Hammond. It's absolutely fabulous. There's Mike Mandel does some states, ego states, lots of anchoring. I mean, I think Freddie is the most amazing hypnotist, and he's just putting everything out there for free, and it's brilliant.
What's his name?
Freddie Jacquin.
Okay.
J-A-C.
In the chat there, just so we can.
I think we do.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Chat.
Another really amazing one that you mentioned there is Mike Mandel, and he's like got an online course where you pay, it's monthly, but you can get the first 30 days for free, and he's fantastic. His Ericksonian language, I am learning so much from him about, because I wasn't trained in Ericksonian style, so he's an amazing trainer, and him and Mike Mandel kind of go very close together, Freddie Jacquin and him, like, so but you'll learn a lot. Anybody who wants to learn more hypnotic stuff, that's a really good resource. It's absolutely phenomenal what he has.
Yeah, all these people are just putting everything out there for free at the moment. But if you go to Freddie Jacquin's YouTube, YouTube, and he'll link you up, you can everything.
It's on the chat.
It's on the chat.
Freddie Jacquin. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other questions? Give us a good old noticeable wave. Okay, speak up if I've missed you, because I'm not seeing any waving. So please unmute yourself and speak up if you have got a question or a share, or we'll wrap the meeting at that. Okay, well, we will close the meeting now. It has been recorded right through apart from the breakouts. So I'll get that in a format where you can have a link and it'll go into the resource library, and I'll pop it on the Facebook page there as well. So thank you all. Have a good day or evening, depending on where you are in your area of the world. And you know, keep being amazing and doing your great purposeful work out there. Bye everyone. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you very much to both of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, and then there's 4 of us.
Bye. Thank you so much. It was awesome. Thank you, Olf. Thank you.